Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD, your friendly neighborhood StarCraft 2 caster, and I'm here to bring you guys another high-level professional StarCraft 2 broadcasted game here of two very good Koreans. We're going to be looking at a player here called Black Citadel, but he's actually playing on his alternate account, and this is none other than Marine King Prime, as I know it, as the players who sent me this replay have told me. This is MKP, otherwise known as Foxer, otherwise known as Fake Boxer, aka Foxer. He ran under the name Boxer for a while, but he wasn't really the real Boxer. And of course, a very good player all throughout StarCraft 2's history. Marine King Prime is, or was in Code S. I believe he's in Code A right now. I'm not entirely sure as to those statistics. I guess I should have looked that up before I started broadcasting this game, but I was just too excited to get into the game right here because this, I promise you guys, is going to be a very, very good one. It's going to be MKP as the Red Terran player down in the bottom right-hand position, and his opponent is going to be I Am the Knight, but this is not an American player. This is actually a Korean Grandmaster that has been playing with me and some of my friends, or I guess some of my friends and well, my cousin and me, I guess I should say. I don't want to miscommunication or anything like that. But yeah, this is a very good Korean Grandmaster who has started to play a little bit on the North American server. Everyone knows him and calls him Taeho, and we have a little bit of a running inside joke with him. I'm sure you guys all know in Korean, the way to say Korean hello is annyeonghaseyo or annyeonghaseyo. So the little shortcut that he showed us was just say onion on sale. Onion, literally like this. I'll just type it in for you guys. Onion on sale. And that means, well, if you say it fast enough, it kind of means hello in Korean. So a little trick that he actually showed me. And he's actually a really funny guy. If you ask him where he's from, he'll always answer Gotham City. So apparently he's a really big fan of Batman. And can't blame him, you know. A lot of Asians love Batman. What can I say? So anyways, this is going to be a Zerg versus Terran. Very high level here. We have a Code A/Code S Grandmaster Korean here in the name of Marine King Prime, and we have Taeho, who is the blue Zerg in the top left hand. He also played in Code A, or I believe nearly qualified for Code A in GSL. So this is an extremely high level replay, and as I understand it from my cousin Fa, who sent me this replay, he said that it's like super epic. So I'm gonna take his word for it. I believe he told me this is MKP. It might be MVP. I'll correct it in the video afterwards if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's MKP, guys. So anyways, it is going to be a TVP. And yeah, Shakura's Plateau, old school map, very, very old school. In fact, one of the classics, reminds me of like a 1968 Camaro. And not quite as extinguished though from the map pool as Metalopolis was, but yeah, still a very good map still. And we do have an SCV coming in here. It looks like it will get picked off by the 4 scouting lings. Looks like Taeho here taking out that free SCV. And he is going to move out across the map with a couple of lings, but you know, at this stage of the game, the Zerg player can't really do any kind of damage, so usually they'll just get 4 Zerglings out to retain map control, poke at the Terran wall a little bit. But speaking of poking at the Terran wall, I love how MKP is using his Marines at the front door. He's not going to allow that poke to happen. And true to his name, man, they call him Marine King Prime because he is the king of Marines. Back when he was known as Fake Boxer, he was just using Marine rushes all day long. It would just be, you know, pull all SCVs and Marines, bum rush your face, win the game, GG, I'm the best Terran player in the world. Nowadays, though, he still definitely uses his Marines quite a bit, actually. But he has been transitioning to using other types of units as well, which makes him, I think, a more solid all-around player. Speaking of which, he is attacking the front door here with a Hellion and a couple of Marines. But a Spine Crawler and 2 Queens in the back door here for Taeho. The back door should be able to keep the Zerg player alive for now. And yeah, speaking of different units MKP is able to use, we do see him going into Factory and Starport here, 1-1 opening. And a lot of you guys might be like, oh my god, 1-1-1, that's so imba. But, you know, it's not actually that good against Zerg. It's mightily good. It's quite good against Protoss. But against Zerg, you know, opening up a quick Banshee, it's not that effective, simply because Zerg starts off with such a powerful anti-air unit in the form of a Queen. And it's really hit or miss if you go for a Banshee against Zerg. So you don't really see that kind of opening against Zerg a lot, although you will see that Starport used for a quick dropship. And I think, yes, MKP is going to be going right into dropship mode, and he's got 1 dropship now coming out across the map. So it looks like he's going to do a little bit of ferry action here, and he doesn't have Blue Flame, but he has a lot of Marines and Hellions and he has potential to do a little bit of damage. We'll see if Taeho's prepared for this. And I just want to say I have a very big can of Red Bull for this broadcast, so I'm told it's quite the epic game, so I definitely came prepared for this one, guys. And here we are. Looks like MKP gonna go right for the drop, but Taeho's Overlord is there, so it's gonna be able to scout those Marines coming down, and immediately Taeho gonna respond. Brings all 4 queens of his back into the main. And don't forget, guys, he did scout that starport with the random ling that was in there. I don't even know how it was there, so he knows about this, and he is well prepared. 4 queens focusing the dropship down. Very nice play from Taeho, and those Hellions are trapped against the corner of the base, and they are not going anywhere. Taeho even smartly pulling back whatever lings he didn't need in that fight to save, what is it, extra burnage, I guess, of his lings, keeping as many of them alive. So good call right there by the Zerg player Taeho. And now we do have MKP going into a command center. So actually that's a pretty smart play. You know, his 1-1-1 dropship harass didn't work out too well for him. It's a pretty smart idea to go into a command center here and play macro style. His Banshee is going to get scouted actually by Taeho Zergling at the watchtower, and that's huge. Once again, Taeho comes big in terms of scouting, and he shouldn't have any troubles at all deflecting that Banshee with the 4 queens he has on the map. Now guys, before this action in this game really starts to, you know, go to 100 degrees Celsius and, you know, starts to light the roof on fire, I just want to say that I've had the pleasure of watching several games with Taeho. In fact, I've had the pleasure of playing against him, and he is a very, very good player. I mean, we've been throwing Taeho up against some of the best players that we know of in the North American region, and he's been just raffle stomping everybody. He is a grandmaster in the Korea server, which is, you know, to us like unfathomable here in the North American server. But we've been throwing up, I think we threw up Major against him. Can't call him 6-jacks anymore because I don't think he's on 6-jacks anymore. Recent development. But we threw up him against Major. I also want to say that he defeated Vibe, but I don't want to say with 100% certainty because that could be false, and I don't want to leak out false information or anything like that. But he definitely played against Major, to my knowledge, and he's played against quite a few other top StarCraft 2 players as well in North America, and man, he's just been tearing them a new one, literally. So, what is that called? Like researching what is this, ventral sacks in our North American players. But hey, here we go. We do have MKP here running in with a couple of Hellions, Blue Flame enabled. They are going to get several Ling kills. However, it looks like Taeho is going to get a very good surround here, and he's going to once again kill off all the Blue Flame Hellions with just pure Speedlings and Queens. Very well done by Taeho, and once again deflecting the harass from our Terran player MKP. So, what is Marine King doing anyways? Is he... Whoa, he's got 2 starports here and he's pumping out Ravens? What is going on? So MKP here deciding to switch up his game a little bit with some Ravens. Double starport Raven strategy here. He's already got a Banshee on the map, so kind of just utilizing that tech lab on his starport a little bit more and just going right into Ravens. But this is very interesting, and he's getting durable materials, and that makes the PDD and the auto turret last longer, as well as the Hunter Seeker missile, the Seeker missile, excuse me. The Seeker missile will last a little bit longer as well. So this is a very interesting playstyle from MKP. That Banshee did go down to the south, but MKP seems to be, this is very interesting. He's using all of his gas for Ravens, and then he's using all of his excess minerals because he's gonna have so much into Blue Flame Hellions. So very interesting strategy. We'll just have to see if this mass Raven Blue Flame Hellion is gonna work. Taeho already has a couple of Mutalisks on the field. Now, remember guys, Mutalisks, they can of course pick off Ravens. Hold that thought, looks like a couple of Blue Flame Hellions are trying to work their way through, but I think Taeho's got this under control. He's not gonna lose too much. 3 Hellions are allowed to leak in. You know, Mutalisks are pretty good against Ravens, but once the Ravens start to get into an unmanageable size, those PDDs, they can prevent all the... Ooh, a lot of drones going down there. The PDD can prevent the Mutalisk Glavehorn from going off, and the Secret Missile. The Secret Missile is actually quite good against Mutas as well, and the... What is it? The auto turret is actually really good against Mutalisks as well, so... what am I saying? Actually, the Raven's actually really good against the Mutalisk. So perhaps Taeho here going for Mutas might not be the answer. He is going for 7 more. And I believe MKP has been keeping his Raven numbers hidden. So right now, Taeho has no idea about the large number of Ravens on the field. And we'll just see how he reacts once he sees those Ravens. A very, very interesting playstyle from MKP here. Still harassing with Blue Flame Hellions here. Hasn't really been able to do that much damage. Workers killed just 8. Definitely not worth the cost invested in these Blue Flame Hellions. We do now have Secret Missile on the way as well, guys. But I feel like right now MKP is just delaying and buying time to build up that large Raven fleet by just sending in packs of Blue Flame Hellions at a time. And what this does is it pulls the Mutalisks away, which I don't even know where they are. There they are. So they are being pulled back, and you know, MKP's not doing a bad job with this Blue Flame Hellions on this run. He's actually able to kill off several more drones. But I feel like the main idea behind this mass Blue Flame strategy, it's a diversion, I tell you. It's a diversion to get all these Ravens out on the field. And once he gets enough Ravens out, I can't help but feel that these Mutalisks are going to do diddly squat. And I mean, they're just going to twiddle their thumbs in the air, and once those Secret Missiles come after them, they are just dunzos. Oh no! What is going on here? MKP's actually getting really cost effective with his Hellions on this later portions of this game. So he's so far killed quite a few drones. But the real looming danger is this massive amount of Ravens on the field right now. That is a lot of firepower, and it looks like they are going to end up revealing themselves to the Overlord. Let's take a look at his vision. Is he going to see the Ravens? He is going to see the Ravens, and now he's like, what the hell? So he is going to definitely send those Mutalisks up to those Ravens, but I don't know if this is the best idea here. I mean, the Ravens don't have enough energy for Seeker Missile yet, but they do have a lot of auto turrets ready to go, and PDD can protect the Ravens from the Mutas. We'll just have to see what happens. Meanwhile, more Blue Flame Hellions coming around the south side. Here comes the Ravens. They're launching. Oh, there's one Secret Missile and an auto turret, but a lot of Ravens could go down here. Oh, Secret Missile going off again. That got a little friendly fire on the Ravens as well, and now the auto turret's sending down PDD. That's what I was looking for, to save the Ravens, but the PDD runs out of energy, and a lot of Ravens here are going to go down. Meanwhile, Blue Flame Hellions encountering the wall of roaches, so they're not going to be able to do any damage, but it looks like at the end of the day, the Ravens were able to deflect the Mutalisks. I mean, whether that was cost effective or not, I'm not really sure, because the Ravens are much more expensive than the Mutalisks are. However, if MKP can get a couple of kills here behind the mineral line, that would certainly be worth it. And it looks like he is at least going to plant down a couple of auto turrets, so you know, not too bad. Uh-oh, could lose the rest of his Ravens though, which would be pretty disastrous. Oh man, this game is getting a little insane here. Very unorthodox playstyle here from MKP, and now he's calling down mules to repair his Ravens as well. That I actually think is really smart. But very unorthodox style from MKP. Should be calling him RKP, Raven King Prime here. Maybe in a couple of days he'll have his name changed. As you guys all know, he is on Prime. So whoever the best player in the house is, which is currently Polt, they get the name Optimus. MKP used to be Optimus. He was called Optimus Prime. He gets a lot of name switches. Maybe you'll get a name switch to Raven King Prime. Never know. But we do have, whoa, auto turrets coming in from the south here. I'm sorry I missed that, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like MKP has been using his auto turrets really well, or his Ravens really well. Running in Blue Flame Hellions once again into the main, not able to get any kills off over here. But so far, both players taking extreme blows to the face. It's like watching Mike Tyson versus Holyfield here with, I guess you could say that, I guess you could just say that this isn't really Holyfield. It's just MKP being Mike Tyson. He's just throwing juggernaut punches left and right, attacking with the most random blows. And the Ravens seem to be doing a decent job here. Oh wow, those Ravens are really low in HP, so it's Mike Tyson bleeding from the face now, right? And I mean, he's doing a lot of work. I gotta say, Marine King is doing great. And he is attacking multiple locations, kills off an extractor, kills off a queen. Is he gonna get the Roach Warren as well? No, not quite. But you know what this is doing to Taeho is it's actually forcing him to split his attention multiple directions, and Taeho is unable to really attack any location because he's so far stretched thin and he has to constantly defend. That said though, I still feel like Taeho has been doing a great job defending. I don't think he's taken any critical damage from the Ravens thus far. And if anything, MKP here has been swinging wild, but he hasn't quite hit the mark yet. We'll just have to see if he's going to be able to do that. He's sending in another flock of ravens. Is it called a flock of ravens? I think they're called a murder of ravens, a la Artosis. Thank you, good sir. Good sir, you are very intelligent. So, yes, it is a murder of ravens flying in here down to the south. They are finally going to get their money's worth. They might be able to cancel a hatchery, but meanwhile, looks like MKP may lose an orbital of his own. He is going to lift that off, so maybe he'll be able to retain that for a little bit more. But actually, MKP doing a pretty good job down south, and he may be able to cancel a hatchery. It looks like Blue Flame Hellions coming in to do a little bit more garbage duty cleanup, and we have a really wild games on our hands, guys. MKP is just going in from all directions with Ravens on the north, auto turrets in the south, Blue Flame Hellions running in for I have no idea whatever reason. A couple of Ravens coming up here to defend that orbital that did lift off, and what a crazy game we have on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Auto turrets are actually really damn good, guys. I'm surprised that MKP hasn't gotten the +2 armor upgrade yet for the auto turrets. It does come from the engineering bay. In fact, he hasn't gotten the +1 range yet. He hasn't gotten the +2 armor yet. I wonder if that's a mistake by MKP. This is really, really intriguing to me. Okay, well, I'm not entirely sure what the situation is right now, but it almost looks like both players have stabilized at this point, with neither player wanting to be too aggressive. Hold that thought, though. Looks like Taeho gonna come down here to reclaim his southern position. Finally, those auto turrets are gonna all go down in a pit of smoke, but I did definitely delay that hatchery for quite some time, killing it off, of course, as well. So I guess it's not bad play from our Terran player MKP. I mean, he is trying this new strategy out. It has been able to harass a Zerg, and on a map like this, it is quite effective because you have close air distances between the top side and the south side, and you can control the middle pretty easily as a Terran player as well. So this Raven build is working to an extent. Oh, hold that thought, though. A massive fungal growth goes off over these Ravens, and all the Ravens could go down. The PDD coming down as well, but a couple of secret missiles also following suit, and it looks like both players trading heavily, but oh no, MKP is gonna get the worst of that engage. He is gonna lose almost every single one of his Ravens. Only a lone squawking seagull of a Raven left here is gonna be flying back home with its crippled wings barely intact. It's gonna make it home, and wow, that was disastrous for Marine King. He has been investing so much into these Ravens. Look, he's got 5 starports here, all with tech labs, all producing Ravens. He just lost about 10 of them. That cannot be good, but he does have a couple of Banshees here. Could be able to deny another hatchery down south. I mean, I just want to go to the Zerg mindset of Taeho real quick, and I've got to say, this has got to be annoying for him. The constant air harass, I mean, yes, he's been able to deflect it left and right, but on a map like this, it's got to be annoying with the close air rush distances. And, you know, Taeho really doesn't have that powerful of an air army. When you think about it, Mutalisk's not so good against Ravens. The Corruptor, I think, is what he truly needs, and now he's finally starting to bring that into form, but I mean, even mass Corruptors can fall to mass Seeker Missiles, so we'll just have to wait and see how Taeho deals with this very unorthodox playstyle that's coming from Marine King Prime, and we'll have to see if Marine King can make this work. He is now flying in with a bunch of auto turrets once again. It looks like the Roach Horn is something he really wants to kill, and I wonder if he's gonna get it this time. All of the auto turrets are focusing fire, intensify forward firepower, and it finally goes down, so there it is. And Taeho rushing back to defend his home Roach world. The Roaches are all very sad, and it looks like they are gonna finally be able to clear that out. But wow, look at Taeho. Bunches of Corruptors. He has an Ultra Cavern as well. He could go into Broodlords. I feel like that would definitely be a powerful response. But he is going for, double Nidus network here. I like that a lot, actually. If you guys are wondering what the purpose is of a double Nidus network, I believe it allows you to build up 2 Nidus worms at a time, so that could be very useful. And it looks like we do have a massive engagement in the middle. All the Blue Flame Hellions just getting caught by fungal and roaches. They're gonna get destroyed, but perhaps that was just a diversion. You guys gotta remember, our Terran player MKP has bunches of minerals. He's got so much saved up he can start his own trust fund. He doesn't care about minerals. He just wants to keep his ravens alive, and that diversion may prove to be successful if he wants to kill off the hatchery down here. So many auto turrets. Oh my god, it's just wrecking havoc. Now all the corruptors coming in. Massive seeker missiles going down, but not enough DPS to kill off the corruptors. And the corruptors launching their corruption ability on the ravens. Those ravens are taking 20% more damage. Almost every single one going down. That's horrible for MKP. And it looks like he wasn't even able to kill off the hatchery at all. So this build is just not coming to fruition for MKP. Although, I mean, he's not in danger of losing the game yet. I don't feel like, I don't know, guys. That is a lot of Nidus power. There's a Nidus Swarm coming up right here at the top side. And is there another Nidus down there? No, there's not. But it looks like the Nidus was deflected by MKP, so wow, MKP totally all over the potential Nidus. He may not notice this one, though. And here comes the Nidus, ladies and gentlemen. All the Ravens are out of position, as well as the Banshees. And the Nidus has now popped up. And this game is just going really crazy. I don't even know what to say at this point or who's ahead. It looks like I Am the Knight, aka Taeho, is running in here with a bunches of Roaches and Festers. And he is going to totally cut off all distance mining here for the Terran player. You know, I mean, I have to say Taeho is doing a great job this game. Responding to this unorthodox build, he's been able to deal with it pretty well. He is ahead in supply by a large amount. But, you know, it's a Zerg versus Terran. Terran players definitely get more cost-effective with their units than Zerg does. And don't forget these Ravens, they're big, and oh no, the Funko growth goes off again! In response, Secret Missiles getting launched, and those Corruptors going off into bunches of bits. They are just all going down. It looks like Taeho may lose most of his Air Force here, and I can't believe it. MKP's strategy actually working out pretty well here. MKP able to kill off all the air of Taeho, and now he's